everybody, so it's Marche and I am the creator of Shay Say, which is just my own personal brand and platform. So I know I've been like missing for about a month now. I really feel like it's been longer than that, but there's been a lot of changes going on in my life, like the lows, the highs. So I just want to take a few minutes to really just sit down, kind of be more open than I have been in the past, and just give a little segue into what's been going on in my life within, like, honestly, since my birthday, which was August 21st, and it's November 14th. Today is a Sunday. Actually, it's 6:44 and it starts snowing. If you don't know, I live in Cleveland, Ohio. So let's go. Let's just see what's been going on. If you have not subscribed to shaysay.com, I will put it down there. Make sure you subscribe and you follow me also on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is Shaysay and Facebook, it's Marche, it's personal brand. So my full name is Marche, but y'all can call me Shay. The people that hold dearly to my heart, they call me Shay. And y'all know I am natural, so I like slicked my ponytail down and everything. I have thick hair, so I'm happy I was able to do that. I talk a lot too, so let's get to the video. All right, y'all. So, one, I love coffee. This is not sponsored. Maybe one day in the future. Who knows? Nobody knows. But I love coffee, and it's also a comfort drink for me. If this video seems all over the place, forgive me in advance, because I'm doing this. It was like a pre-planned topic, but I don't know what I'm really talking about, like, per se. I just know it's been my journey. I always say that I'm not on here out of vanity. I hope that somebody, at least one person, takes something from this. So let's see where to start. Do I want to start from my birthday or like currently today? You guys see this smile a lot, and I try to stay, like, if you know me personally, if you met me personally, you've never seen me kind of like without a smile. If you see me not smiling, you're instantly asking like, what's wrong? And that saying is true, that those that smile a lot are fighting battles that you're not even aware of. So it's just like across the board, just try to be kind to people who like cross your path and everything. So I guess I'll start currently, maybe work my way back. So currently, right now in my life, career-wise, I started a new career. I work in the mental health field, but my specialty, I guess if you can say, I work with autistic young adults and teens. It's actually, for me, a fairly new field. It's a registered behavior technician. So with that, now I'll go into another video. This video isn't about that. But overall, because my job changed day to day, I'm helping those young adults and teens who have a autistic diagnosis just like literally work on daily living skills, the things we take for granted, and just making sure, just helping them to be able to live a independent life as much as they can. Before that, I worked as a direct support professional or a caregiver in a group home setting for teens and young children who had developmental disabilities. I did that for 2 years. Never thought that I would be in that field, because the first question people ask you, do you get beat up at work? And i.e., yeah, I got hit a few times, but you just have to have a lot of self-control. But I say, like, if you can do that job, you can do any job in the whole wide world. Okay. So that's like my career. So career wise, everything is looking up, and I will go into that because actually that could be like that's a separate video within itself. So this video, I'm really just kind of skimming through what's been going on, and then there will be like break off series and everything. Spiritually, I actually can say I'm actually putting more time into developing my relationship with God because since I was little, that's always been something that I just wanted to have that 101. So I will always hear people say like, "Oh, I have this close relationship with God. I talk to God and he talks to me." And I always like, "I want that." And God has really been, he's always been a provider. I've always believed in God, but like it's kind of like that thing where you grow up as a child in church and you're just like, okay, like I know all of this, but as you get older, I feel like it's your responsibility and your own awareness to say, okay, like, hey, I had like a 1, 2, 3 ABC teaching, but now I'm older and I want to know like what it's really like to just have that one-on-one or just to lean into God, trust him, depend on him. And he has really been showing me that it is not easy peasy. It has not been easy peasy. You're talking about a girl that has had trust issues and skepticism even towards God. And but that also came with me doing like self reflection as well. But currently I'm in this space. A lot of people they might call it like not me, but they call it like their alone season with God, which is like the season where you really have time to lean into God, and that's also your season of development into who He has called you to be on this earth and like your purpose in life. And I feel like I'm slowly like figuring it out because I feel like it's still a journey. And a good book I just read was Bamboozled by Jesus by Yvonne Orji, who plays Molly off of Insecure. I've never watched Insecure. I don't really watch TV. But the other night, I'm like, because like I said, I never thought that I would work in like the mental health field and even as a direct support professional. And like that was like a 1, 2, and I don't know where my journey is going. But I'm like, God, did you bamboozle me into this? Because I saw my life a whole like different way. And this is still like just the beginning. So in that aspect, I can't say like I'm really developing that relationship, like how you develop that a relationship with any other person. That's just how I see it, and I'm still learning like what it means to read the Bible, study it, meditate, interpret it for myself and what God is saying. And I'm still learning to hear God's voice. He doesn't always talk directly, but because I will go further into that even as I continue to grow. Friendship wise, I have my best friend. I have some other people I talk to. I'm actually going through like a friendship situationship breakup ordeal. But even my best friend and I, we kind of had spent a few weeks apart because we weren't seeing eye to eye. But we talked to each other and we settled that. But I'm learning what it means to be a friend. I'm learning what it means to just be there for others. I'm learning how to communicate also, and not go ghost, like, cause I disappear. I don't really like talk, especially when I'm going through things. I don't talk to people. I just kind of retreat within, and then I pop up like, hey. So, but I'm learning just like what it means. I'm learning what it means to have healthy relationships. I was just telling my mom that, like, I have really been sitting here evaluating my relationships, because the friendship or situationship breakup that I'm going through was not healthy at all. I spent 6 years in that. It was not healthy at all, but it was a wake-up call that I needed, and I'm thankful that how it ended happened, because that was my wake up, like, okay, you are in something that you're not supposed to be in and that you don't have to be in. And it hasn't been easy. I mean, I've had those nights where, because I'm the type of person, like, if I say I care about you or I love you, I can't just cut that part out of me, and I don't want to be like that because that's more damaging to me as a person. But it's helped me. It's kind of, they say like God will allow things to happen in your life to redirect you. And so, thank you. Thank you. I wish that person the best, honestly, but thank you. um, so it's just like anybody that's going through even like a breakup or something right now, it's hard. And for me, I believe in God, and I talk to my mother and a close friend, sound reasonable people. But whoever or whatever you believe in, lean into that. Write it out, vent how you need to. It's no judgment over here. I believe in like just coping healthy. In the past, I like to drink wine. In the past, I would probably, when I was stressed, have like 3 bottles of wine in a week, maybe 5. But this time I'm like, you know what? I'm choosing to lean into God and really just sit here and also reflect on Marche. Who is Marche? Y'all know something? Sidebar. Like last Thursday, I finally felt like a grown woman. I don't know what it is, what it was, but I'm 26, but I finally felt like a woman. I don't know what that was, but it's a journey. I'm just discovering like Marche, single Marche. And I aspire to be married. Okay, I'll put that out there. I do. I aspire to be a wife. I am a wife and to be married. But I'm also okay and happy in my single season right now and just spending out one-on-one time with God. Now, I'm a person. I am a human being. And yes, we need companionship physically. Like just relationship, like how we have a relationship now. Like you guys are my friends, you're my sister, you're my brother. You're gonna get to know me in all my ways. And I'm gonna get to know you too. But I'm happy where I am. I don't have to answer to nobody but myself. I'm like, I don't have that opinion or like just that thought viewpoint. I'm just figuring this out. I had to reevaluate like what's my standards and everything. What do I want? How do I want my life to be so that I can make sure the right people are fitting into what God is forming my life to be and not holding me back from that. So I just want to let you know it's hard. It is hard, but you also have support. And if you feel like, or if you need to, I always tell everybody, I'm like, when there's a new person at work, I tell them, don't feel like you're asking me too many questions or anything. I don't have all the answers. I'm definitely not an expert, but I know something. And if you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, you can message me in the comments. You can DM me on my social medias. I will even like link my email or just something. I always feel like it's good to have just somebody to talk to. And even if you don't want to like talk in that moment, it's good to just have a listening ear, judgment free. And I'm not saying that I want to be in your business, but I don't mind extending myself or sharing my experiences because it's like, why hold that here? And it can help somebody, just how me watching others or talking to others, their experience has helped me. So I just want to wish you all a good week going into Monday. I always say try to have something to look forward to, make something to look forward to, and try to find a positive in your day. And even if you don't feel like smiling, because I know some days it is hard, find a reason to smile. or even laugh. Watch something that just makes you laugh. Do the opposite of the negative or just the heavy emotion that you may be feeling. And I just pray that you all have a blessed week and that you just allow yourself to be led by the Holy Spirit.